We are in live. Yes, sir. Yeah, hi guys. Today the session is questioning session. We are going to practice 1000 questions. Okay, these 1000 questions I made it easy, hard, and very hard type based on trends. Okay, yeah. Today we are going to discuss a easy question which is like heartbeat, like circulation. Yeah, which one of the following initiate the heartbeat and the act as the natural pacemaker? Yeah, as you know what is pacemaker. Okay, SCA node is the pacemaker, right? It is a very simple question. If they want to make very simple question from this chapter, they might ask you such a questions. Okay, yeah. Here, just look into this. SCA node is the pacemaker of the heart. Okay, where it is located in the heart, there are 4 chambers. In this first chamber, which is right atria. Okay, right atria, the location of the upper part of the atria, there is a SCA node. SCA node. SCA node is the, it can be initiate heartbeat in the embryonic development. In the embryonic development, its heartbeat started at the day of 21st. 21st day, the heartbeat started with the SCA node. SCA node is such a place which is highly it is highly bunch of neurons. Neurons are there. That's why it is the heart, it is a muscular chamber which is myogenic and neurogenic, where the SCA node, the carry signal into the AV node, finally they can reach all our ventricles, muscles. This is what heartbeat started at SCA node, where in the embryonic development, the day 21st SCA node start to stimulate, mean heartbeat started. Okay, SCA node is the answer, right answer for you guys. Okay, yep. If come to the next question, it is just moderate question. Cardiac activities are regulated by. Cardiac activities are regulated by nodal tissue, special neural central at medulla oblongata, adrenal medullary hormones, adrenal cortical hormones. Yeah, of course these, yeah, special neuron center at medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata, there is a special neuron center, that is they can regulate heart rate. Yes, the medulla oblongata is directly contact with the into the heart, that is they can regulate heart rate. Okay, autonomous nervous system. Autonomous nervous system. In the autonomous nervous system, it is sympathetic and parasympathetic. Okay, sympathetic and parasympathetic. This is comes under medulla oblongata. So first answer is, second answer is right. Of course, nodal tissue is obviously right, because of nodal tissue it can be transfer the heart signals throughout the heart muscles. This is the heart. Okay, where the nodal tissue located in the area. Yeah, this is the ventricles walls, or they can, yeah, they can develop the nodal tissue that can be pass the signal heart rate. Nodal tissue. Okay, nodal tissue that can be regulate the heart rate, mean there is a now impulse is going forward through the nodal tissue itself. Okay, yes. And third option, adrenal medullary hormones. Adrenal medullary hormones, These hormones also involve in the heart rate. This adrenal medullary hormones also involve in the heart rates. Okay? Yes. And adrenal cortex hormones, this is not. This is ADH like hormones. Okay? Not ADH, it is aldosterone. Okay? Aldosterone like hormones, they can, adrenal cortex is aldosterone. Aldosterone. So it can be regulate the ionic concentration in the urine. Ionic concentration in the urine means sodium reabsorption. Sodium reabsorption, where this is adrenal cortex is about this action. So answer is what? Answer is A, B, C only. Answer is A, B, C. Okay? I hope you guys understand this. Okay? Just look into here. Cardiac activity regulated by, the nodal tissue. Of course, nodal tissue, they can give the signals all over ventricle walls. So they can, where the signal started in the SCA node signal started, and this signal started, they can reach AV node too, they can reach signal into this nodal tissue in the all over muscular ventricles. Okay? Yeah. First one is right answer. Second, special neuron central in the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata, this autonomous nervous system where the sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves activated in the medulla oblongata. Okay? Adrenal medullary hormones, of course, they can regulate, they can increase heart rate. Increase heart rate, adrenal medulla. Adrenal cortex is not answer. Adrenal cortex is not answer. Adrenal cortex, they can release aldosterone hormone, or aldosterone hormone, the ionic concentration of urine will increase. Ionic concentration of urine will increase. That is, sodium reabsorption is going to take place in the DCT and collecting duct part of nephron. Adrenal cortex release different hormones, adrenal medulla release different hormones. Adrenal gland is what? Adrenal gland is located above the kidney. There is a gland called adrenal gland. Adrenal gland has two regions, adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. Adrenal medulla is directly linked to the heart rate. Adrenal cortex is linked to the urinary system, where the urine concentration to produce, mean there is a sodium reabsorption is going to take place. Okay? I hope you guys understand for this question. Next question, take a screenshot if you want. Yeah, next question. Yeah, it is a difficult question, guys. It is very difficult question. Yeah, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding the regulation of heart activity? Incorrect. Incorrect is the keyword here. Incorrect, you have to observe this. SCA node influenced by both sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Of course, adrenal medulla secrete hormone that decreases heart rate. We will look into this. Medulla oblongata control the autonomous nervous system supply heart rate. Autonomous nervous system, of course, medullary oblongata, autonomous nervous system. Nodal tissue is capable to generating action potential without external stimuli. Which one is wrong answer here? Just look into here, guys. Just look into here. Which one is wrong? It is the difficulty question. It is the difficulty question. You have to come across body fluids and circulation. if you crack this question, you are there, supposed to be you are there. This is a difficulty question, choose its right answer. I'll give you 30 seconds, okay? Yes. I'll make it heart diagram here. Okay, yeah. SCA node influenced both sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Of course, SCA node is the place where the bunch of neurons, peripheral neurons are located. Okay, SCA node here, there is bunch of neurons, they can stimuli and they can pass signal into the AV node. This is actually going to take place SCA node to AV node. Finally, they can reach ventricles walls. So, SCA node is the starting point of heartbeat. Okay, so it is influenced by both sympathetic, parasympathetic. Sympathetic mean there is a acetylcholine and sympathin hormone, antagonistic hormone, sympathetic and parasympathetic hormone, where the heart rate will increase, heart rate will be decreased, mean heart rate can be regulated by SCA node. Of course, this is the right answer. Okay, so here they did ask incorrect statement. Okay, if come to this, yeah, A statement is right. If come to this next statement, yeah, adrenal medulla secretes hormone that decrease heart rate. Yeah, decrease is the keyword here. Okay, yeah, you have to look into here. Okay, when there is a decrease, increase, okay, these are the keywords. If you are come across in the exam, just focus it, where the decrease mentioned, increase mentioned. This is confused question, they might be confuse you. Okay, yes, you have to focus these words. Yeah, medulla oblongata controls the autonomic nervous system. Medulla oblongata, as I told you, it is actually peripheral nervous system is somatic nervous system, autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system is control the skeletal muscle. Autonomous nervous system control the involuntary muscles. Cardiac muscles are involuntary muscles. So, medulla oblongata, they can regulate autonomous nervous system, not about a skeletal muscle system. Okay, autonomous nervous system. Okay, yeah, I am gonna write it, don't confuse. Okay, nervous system. Nervous system, central nervous system CNS, peripheral nervous system PNS. Peripheral nervous system again two types, somatic nervous system, autonomous nervous system. Somatic nervous system, they can regulate skeletal muscle. Somatic nervous system regulate skeletal muscle. Autonomous nervous system is regulate smooth muscle. Regulate smooth muscle. Regulate smooth muscle mean sympathetic and parasympathetic. Parasympathetic. Actually, where this is the central nervous system. Central nervous system is what? Central nervous system, forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Okay. This is actually forebrain. Of course, cerebrum and diencephalon is forebrain. And after that, there is a midbrain. This is midbrain. After that, there is a hindbrain. This is the hindbrain. Hindbrain has two parts. Hindbrain, it has two parts. That is pons and medulla. Pons, medulla. This is called medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. So, this medulla oblongata, they can regulate autonomous nervous system. Medulla oblongata regulate autonomous nervous system. This is the central nervous system. Central nervous system, this is the peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system, they can regulate peripheral nervous system, which is autonomous nervous system controlled by medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata, there is heartbeat they can control. They can control respiratory system, breathing rate also medulla oblongata. Breathing rate also controlled by medulla oblongata. This is the mostly the emergency cases medulla take care of responsibility. Okay, medulla itself they can control heart rate, medulla itself they control the breathing rate of the respiration. This is all over comes under autonomous nervous system, where the heart rate increase or decrease. This is all over comes under where the breathing increase and decrease comes under medulla oblongata itself. This is the central nervous system which is control autonomous nervous system. I hope you guys understand this statement. Take a screenshot if you want. Yeah, this question guys, that is statement 3. I did explain the statement 3. Okay, statement 3. Medulla oblongata control autonomous nervous system in the heart rate. Yeah, this is what? This is what medulla oblongata control autonomous nervous system, heart rate, whether it is sympathetic and parasympathetic. Increase heart rate or decrease heart rate. Okay, if it is increase heart rate, that is the hormone which is acetylcholine and sympathin can regulate the heart rate will be decreased through the autonomous nervous system, where under control of medulla oblongata. Yeah. Third, fourth statement, nodal tissue capable to generate action potential without external stimuli. Of course, once generated here, the action potential where SNO that reach AV node, nodal tissue no need further stimulation. That can be cardiac muscles or there is a gap junctions, cardiac muscles or gap junctions. Have gap junctions. Due to this gap junction, there is no need of external stimuli, no need of external stimuli due to this gap junction. Okay, the cardiac muscles are gap junctions. Because of gap junction, no need of external stimuli. There is a signals easily pass through the junctions, guys. Okay. Yeah, here the statement which is an incorrect statement, just look into here, adrenal medulla secretes a hormone that decrease the heart rate. No, decrease statement is wrong. So it is increase, guys, it is increase. It is increase. So it is incorrect. B is the incorrect. The right statement is B here. Okay. Just take a screenshot, guys. Yeah, this is the most important, question. Such a question you have to practice more in the human physiology. Okay, human physiology, this is the very important. Okay, so you have to take the screenshot. Yeah, next question. Very difficult question. This is very difficult question. A patient has damage to the medulla oblongata. As we discussed, medulla oblongata, it can be regulate heart rate, and intact SCA node, which of the following is mostly likely to occur? What happened if the damage of medulla oblongata? If the damage of medulla oblongata, what happened? This is a very difficult question for you guys. Okay, yeah. You have to guess it, this answer with the statements. The heart rate will immediately stop breathing. The heart rate immediately stop breathing. The heart rate will become completely irregular due to the hormonal imbalance. The heart rate will continue to beat without nervous regulation of rate. The adrenal cortex, I don't want explanation to find you here, guys. Yeah, you have to look into here. The question. Okay. Yeah, just look into here the question. A patient damaged medulla oblongata. What an intact SCA node, which of the following is mostly likely to happen? Okay, SCA node, what happened here? Guys, just look into here. This is the heart. Okay, if it is heart, this is the SCA node here. SCA node. The heart will immediately stop beating. No, heart is cardiac muscle. They can regulate their own stimuli. Okay, cardiac muscles are not influenced by other muscles or nervous system itself. You don't stop your heart your own wish, right? In that way, the heart cannot be regulated by other organs, like such organs which is immediately stop breathing if the damage of medulla oblongata. If your brain damage, heart will stop? No, not at all. Okay, heart, it can be stimulate its own. Okay, nobody can stop heart itself. Okay, so here where the heart rate is started, SCA node heartbeat started. So it is irrelevant to the medulla oblongata where it is immediately stopped. So this is the option is wrong. This is the option is wrong because of you cannot stop your own heart. Okay, yeah, and like B option, the heart rate will become completely irregular due to the hormonal imbalance. If the your hormones imbalance, your heart will be stopped. your heart rate will be increase? No, not at all. The hormones are chemical messengers. They do not control the myocardial, like heart is the, it is the myocardial chamber. So, they cannot control the heart, it is the mechanical pump, blood pump, it is mechanically. So, neurogenic and mechanically. So, heart is myogenic, which cannot be regulated by hormones. Okay. So, it can be like wrong option, it can be wrong option. Yeah, and see, heart will continue to beat, but without nervous regulation of rate, without nervous, if any patient brain damage, brain dead patient can also live long years, brain dead patient also can live long years, their heartbeat also stimulate, okay, no need to worry about. If you are pure common sense about it, this is, you can find it the very easy option, okay. Yeah, adrenal cortex hormones, I told you this adrenal, not cortical hormones, adrenal medullary hormones, medullary. Adrenal medullary hormones can regulate heart, not adrenal cortex, adrenal medullary hormones, they can control the heart rate, okay. So, this is also wrong. The option is C, option is C. So, the heart will continue to beat without nervous regulation, without nervous regulation. This is the right option for you guys, okay. I will explain it, I did not see this. Yeah, SCA node can generate impulses on its own, SCA node generate their impulses its own, that is autorhythmic, that is autorhythmic. So, that heart continue to beating, but fine tuning of the medulla, okay. Sympathetic, parasympathetic itself control the medulla, just you have to use pure common sense where the brain dead patient still not died, okay. That is, the heart is its own stimuli from the SCA node. And another knowledge, where the embryonic development at 21st day heartbeat started, 21st day heartbeat started mean SCA node started, there is no brain developed yet, 21st day there is no brain developed yet, where the medulla oblongata developed at the age of 21st of embryonic development, the heart rate is started. So, without compromise of the nervous system, heartbeat can be its own, okay. Yeah, I hope you guys understand this. Yeah, next question. Easy question. This is easy question in this chapter. The animals in which body cavity is completely lined by mesodermal is called mesodermal. Okay, guys, here there are certain layers in the embryonic layers. Embryonic layers are ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. అక్కడ పెట్టాము. Okay. 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 These are germ layers. Embryonic germ layers. Embryonic germ layers. The mesoderm is the reason for the mesodermal origin. The coelomates, coelom produce from mesoderm, coelom produce, from mesoderm coelom produce. Coelom mean there is a body cavity, body cavity. So the animal's body cavity is completely lined by mesoderm or caul. Yeah, of course, coelom produce mean coelomates, very simple, coelomates, okay? Yes. You guys just look into here. Yeah, next question. This is the moderate question. Given question NEET style. While studying the histology, study of the histology about the tissue, called histology. A newly discovered adult animal, researchers found the body cavity with mesodermal tissue lining the body wall but not the gut wall. The type of the coelom does the animal possess? Acoelomate, pseudocoelomates, schizocoelomates and spongocoelom. Schizocoelomates, spongocoelom, acoelomate. So here just look into here. While studying histology of newly discovered animal, the research found, just use pure common sense here. The research newly found body cavity. Body cavity mean not acoelomate. Acoelomate mean there is no body cavity. Acoelomate. Acoelom mean there is no cavity. There is no coelom. Acoelomates mean there is no coelom. Okay. Spongocoelomate. This is also not. The sponges do not have coelom. Spongocoelomate also not. So either pseudocoelomate or schizocoelomate. Okay. Yeah. Actually, mesodermal origin tissue lining the body wall, but not the gut, wall, Okay, what type of coelom is, guys, just look into here. This is the tube. This is the tube in the body cavity. This is mouth, this is anus, this is the mouth, definite mouth and definite anus called alimentary canal, we can call it as gut. Definite mouth and definite anus. Okay? Yes. Tube, this is the tube, tube within the tube is called coelom. Tube within the tube is called coelom. Mean this body cavity found. Body cavity is found. That coelom is found. But this is the coelom is lined by mesodermal tissue. Mesodermal tissue is lined here. This is lined by mesodermal tissue, guys. Lined by mesodermal tissue. Coelom is there. Body cavity, there is a mesodermal tissue is there in the body cavity. Body cavity is there. Tissue is there in the body cavity. This blue wala is tissue. That is the mesodermal tissue. This is mesodermal tissue. Mesodermal tissue. So, coelom is there, but coelom is this total gut, body gut, alimentary canal is mesodermal tissue. That kind of coelom is what? Coelom is, there is a pseudocoelomate, mean it is the false coelom, pseudocoelomate. Pseudo mean false, pseudo mean false, false coelom. If the mesodermal cavity, that is the body cavity made up of with bunch of tissue called, there is a false coelom. Coelom is there, but it is filled, the cavity filled with tissue called pseudocoelomate. It is the false coelom. Okay, where it is located? Ask helminthes. Example is ask helminthes. Ask helminthes called roundworms. Roundworms. Okay, this is the right answer, guys. Okay, this kind of explanation you need. Okay, yes. Next question. Yeah, which of the following organs or organisms are correctly matched with their coelom type? Coelom type. Okay, this is direct question, difficulty questions. Of course, Ascaris, there is no coelom actually. Ascaris are triploblastic. Triploblastic mean these guys are 3 germ layers. 3 germ layers are there. Ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, 3 germ layers are there, but acoelomates. Ask helminthes are acoelomate, mean flatworms. Ascaris are flatworms. Flatworms. So, annelids is cytocoelom is right answer. I will explain what is coelom, what is cytocoelom, what is enterocoelom, what is coelom, what is acoelom. Everything is I am going to explain in the structural organization. Guys, you have to listen NEET world classes. I will give you the best education from online base and offline base. If come to the online, okay, every month you can pay 3,000 rupees only for all subject. We can give you exams and we can give you material, we can give you MCQs about all the questions, and we can give you offline also from the branch which is located in the Narayanaguda. Okay, you can contact NEET world. Okay, yes. And Ascaris, Ascaris are triploblastic. Yeah, just look into here. Annelids is the right. Ascaris are Aschelminthes, mean roundworms. Okay, roundworms. Roundworms nothing but there is a coelom, that is pseudocoelom. Okay, as previous question I did explain pseudocoelom. Okay, pseudocoelomates. This is annelids are cytocoelomate. Platyhelminthes, there is acoelomates. This is the wrong. Acoelomates. Peripera is acoelomates. There is no coelom. Okay. Yeah. Answer is Ascaris. Which one of these correctly matched? Correctly matched. This is annelid is cytocoelom is correct matched. Is the cytocoelom is the B is the right answer here. Ascaris pseudocoelomate, of course, annelids, cytocoelomates, platyhelminthes, acoelomates, peripera there is no coelom. Okay? Yeah, I hope you guys understand this. Very easy, of course. Yeah, if come to the next question. Yeah, very difficulty application oriented. During the embryonic development, bilateral symmetrical and triploblastic animal, the body cavity is observed forming through the splitting of mesodermal bands between the endoderm and ectoderm. Which of the following is right answer? Guys, I will explain this tomorrow onwards. I will make you the difficulty, very difficulty, easy and moderate questions every session. I will give you the more than 1000 questions even. You have to follow the NEET one. Thank you.